Let's all stand up. What's your vision?
Flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and
Justice.
justice for all.
I'm gonna be, guys, I'm gonna mute everybody for now. Okay, I think you're all muted.
What? It's difficult to hear you, Don.
Difficult to hear. Steve, can you bring it closer? The mic's coming from the camera. How's that, Jeannie?
That's better.
Okay, very good. Jesse?
The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been met by transmitting the notice of the regular meeting to the Commissioner's official newspaper on February 1st, 2024, posting the notice where required, and filing a copy of the notice with the Commission Clerk. The daily Commission meeting will be audio and video taped and will be shown on APTV, Optimum 77, and throughout most of Monmouth County on FiOS 28.
Before we start, I'd like to introduce our newest member. Barbara?
Yes.
Paul. And it's really Bobby, I guess.
Yes.
Bobby.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Alan Hurst?
Present.
Oh, no, Bruce is on.
Is he?
Bruce? Bruce is on.
Yes, present. Okay.
Asbury Park?
Yes.
She's in.
Yes.
Deal?
Here.
Interlaken?
Here.
Lock Harbor?
Here.
And Ocean. Okay, tonight we have a resolution to approve the minutes of the regular meeting from August 15th, 2024. Or Bobby, unfortunately, you can't.
I don't want to
vote. Someone please offer the minutes.
So,
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tonight we have the resolution to approve the treasurer's report and pay bills. Bruce, did you get a copy of the report?
Yes, I did. Am I being heard? Am I muted or unmuted?
well,
We're good.
Bruce.
I'm good then. All right.
I'm probably
Okay,
hearing you.
the total on deposit
Hold on.
at the beginning of the month was $102,963.71.
1 second, Bruce.
I'm sorry. Do you hear me?
Wait.
I'm not doing this again. I'm coming in. This is.
We can hear you, Bruce. He's just working on.
Go ahead.
Start over.
Nope, now we don't hear.
Okay, so the total on
Hold on,
deposit.
time out.
Oh,
Technical difficulties on the TV. It's there, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, we can turn that off. We can, if you unplug it, it'll be better. Bruce, you there?
I'm here.
All right, we can hear you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're not using the TV tonight.
Are you sure? Okay, total on deposit at the beginning of a month was $102,963.71. We had receipts in the amount of $11,426.69, leaving a total available of $114,390.40 before disbursements. We had $17,043.21 in disbursements, leaving a total balance of $97,347.19. So submitted.
Thank you. Someone please offer to approve the treasurer's report and pay bills?
Could I ask a question about an item on the bill list?
The $10,000?
No, it's about, I wanted to know what I don't object to it. I just wanted to know what the trash grabber is. What is that?
Josh was working down there, the one we had broke, so he went out and bought another.
Oh, okay, thank
Ended
you.
up with two, which is funny, but yeah, that's what that is.
Yes, so that's so he can grab trash. That's why they call it the trash.
I get that. It was $150, so I was wondering.
It's an 8-foot long trash grabber.
Okay, I thought it had to be a lot bigger than the little ones we use for cleanup, so.
Wow.
It was
It's identical to that, but 8 foot long.
a
Okay,
bigger.
let's keep rolling, guys.
You know
Okay.
what happens when the government buys things, the prices go way up.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
It's not cheap.
Got it. Thanks for explaining that, Bruce.
Okay, we gotta get rolling. Here we go.
A resolution to approve the minutes and to approve the report and pay bills.
So second,
Second,
Second, Asbury Park.
Allenhurst,
Yes,
Asbury Park,
Yes.
Deal,
Yes.
Interlaken,
Yes.
Bluff Harbor,
Yes.
and Ocean.
yes,
Okay, take it away, Don.
okay. The new DEP stormwater management grant for CB Mall. What's the update? I'm getting water to it every day by insurance issues.
Can I, want me to give them an update? So they
Yeah,
don't
go
have-
ahead, so I don't,
Don's gonna have a stroke. Because we were informed by DEP that we needed to have specific insurance coverage for the Deal Lake Commission
correct.
prior to going out to bid. Prior to going out to bid. Normally, that type of insurance coverage is covered by a contract that we have with the contractor, because we don't need it until there's a job going on. But I think you say they're not, but I think they're reading their regulations wrong. This has never been required. Steve and I have been doing this for 35, 40 years each. We've never had this happen before, where they require it of the entity. Municipality usually has it, so it's easy, but not us, not a lake commission, not a non-formal municipal entity. So they're requiring it. It's expensive. So Don and I spoke to Steve, spoke to Jesse. Viable option was to go to the joint insurance fund coverage by our Monmouth County municipalities, and the best option was Interlake.
Right, and which, by the way, 4 towns on Deal Lake are part of the GIF.
Asbury Park's on their own,
No, right.
Neptune's on their own, Ocean's on their own.
Deal.
The other 4
Allenhurst,
towns
Lock Harbor,
all
and
belong.
Interlake, all on the
They
GIF.
all belong to the municipal joint insurance fund. It's a separate entity that meets monthly or bi-monthly and governs the issuance of insurance for those municipalities. Perfect option for us to go there. We talked to Chuck Gasagran from Danskin Agency. Chuck said, absolutely. Don and I both went to Lori and Interlaken. She put it on the agenda. Last month, I was at the meeting. Council endorsed it unanimously, and we sent a resolution to the joint insurance fund to adopt Interlaken's resolution and have us.
And we did, the first round, we tried to do commercial insurance. As you remember, it was $10,000 for 6 months. And we weren't even.
Too much money.
It was way too much money, so we didn't do it. And we had authority, I think we approved 6,000. So we just got this information today that we got rejected. I blasted off an email to the person who sent me the rejection email, added a whole bunch of folks, Tommy Arnone, Vinnie Powell, and added the person, Mr. Rogers, who's the head of the group, and Master Pastor Graham and Jesse. So we'll see if he responds. But I asked him for a response tonight for them to at least think about reconsidering putting us back on. I said, you have 4 towns. You have 4 towns that are part of your GIF. We also require each of the contractors, the major contractors, to get $1 million coverage on liability. So we're covered multiple ways. I said, I can't believe that you guys.
So what this is doing is it's holding up the state of New Jersey signing a grant that we got for almost $900,000 for stormwater management improvements on the access road from CD Square Mall into Terrace Pond. And we signed the agreement, we did it, we've done concept plans, we have, I'm gonna say 20% of the project done. It's ridiculous. And they told us we could do it, they'll reimburse us, and then they're not approving the agreement.
So the other thing we did today, we went to a insurance agent that helped out with the Deal Lake Watershed Alliance, and we're getting a quote from them. See what happens with that. And we also put an application in for the other GIF, which is mid-Jersey, which is Ocean Township. So we just have to, let this flow out. We're hoping one of them will work. Next month we'll have insurance. But right now we do have insurance. We did reinstate, which is up on Monday, our insurance for directors insurance. Directors and officers insurance, so we have that.
Behave
Yeah,
yourself.
we had to renew that last week. So it's been real late, 9 months that we've been doing this. We talked to DEP off the cliff on the original grant, which they stopped payment on. They stopped their checks on the old grant that's complete. We talked them into start sending them that. We got 92,000 last month. And I think we have another 75,000 coming soon. So that's done. But this new grant they're being tough on. I asked them if the interlinked letter would suffice to
I
lease
saw
all
that. Yeah.
and they said, the budget and finance group wouldn't accept that. We need the actual document for what they call. It's a certificate of insurance. It's 1 page. So anyway, that's it. But that's
My
what-
frustration.
Don,
Yeah.
may I ask a question?
Yep.
Is it true that there's a clock running on the grant?
I was just gonna respond to
Concurrent with
that.
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a clock running per se, but the grant was issued in July of 2023. And they say at the time of acceptance, which was that letter, I believe, they give you 3 years.
Right.
So it took us a full year, and we've been, one of my guys, Matt Mariano, in my office, has been responding, not weekly, but monthly to them, providing information to them. Steve's been helping. We've been giving all the information we can to the state, and now they've hauled the project up. It's gonna be a year and a half. They're gonna take a year and a half out of our ability to do the design, because typically they won't reimburse you if you perform work before they sign the agreement. So we're being careful about that, but it's really gonna push us to get the job done very quickly after hopefully the insurance is resolved and the agreement signed by the state.
Peter, is it normal for them to give an extension? I know this isn't a normal case, but do you think that that would be possible, given that?
Steve will say it, but not at this time. They'll give an extension at the end.
Yeah.
If we've completed plans and we're going out to bid and we don't have bids yet, or we ordered a contract and they want to see work done, they'll give an extension for those reasons, but not for reasons that we think were caused by them that they say weren't.
And it's not that we don't have a great relationship. We have a really good relationship. And it's just, they're following the rules of the road, and our program lead is interpreting it that way. And to be honest, our management team is interpreting it the same way.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to go with. And hopefully we'll be there next month. Say a prayer for us, because.
So let me understand this. You guys went to the JIF. 4 of the municipalities are insured by JIF.
Yes.
And the state said that would be acceptable for the JIF to issue a certificate of insurance for the DLA commission?
Yes, they did.
Yep.
For the DLA commission, okay. And Pete, you said something before. You said that you didn't think they're reading the regulation right.
I don't feel that on no prior application or grant agreement with the state did they ever require free construction insurance.
Well, that's 2 different things. One are you saying that they never did it before? The other thing you said they're not reading it right. Do you know, maybe somebody could circulate the regulation and let Hunt take a look at it, or let me take a look at it, so we can,
We can do that. I mean, I've looked at it multiple times. It reads pretty clear. You gotta have liability coverage.
Then why is Pete saying that they're not reading it right? I'm a little
He might
confused.
be reading something different, but I mean, what I read was pretty clear.
Okay.
But there might be new rules that change, right? Or people that interpret it differently. So
Right.
I can
I
say
think they're interpreting it more strict now than they have in the past, Bruce. So in the past, the entity was never required to have individual insurance. They were just covered, as additionally insured through the vendors and through the consultants. Now, this is something that I've seen in other grants.
So this is happening not just us, to others also.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. That's hopefully they will get a low quote from the new insurance agent and be able to get this sewn up,
We really thought we had it sewn up, It was very.
No, I hear you.
Okay, let's move on. Shoreline protection update. I don't have any updates.
I did have a request.
Oh,
I request, Jeannie, the
Yeah.
letter, the letter that you sent out to the new shore homeowners along the shoreline.
That letter hasn't gone out yet.
Okay, can we have a copy of the list of the homeowners, please?
Yes, there are some new ones since we started on it. So Josh and I are meeting next week to firm that up, and then, but you want just the letter, or you want to see it first? And
No, the letter and maybe the list of homeowners.
sure.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, he has that, and we're going to send out the letter. It's just a welcome letter and tell them a little bit about the Deal Lake Commission. And then the Deal Lake Commission, the pamphlet that we gave to lakefront homeowners, and the card so they can a QR code on it to subscribe to the email list. So I think there are now over 60. If Josh was here, he knows the number, but I think there are 67 new lakefront homeowners since we sent out the first batch, or delivered the first batch, I should say.
Josh is on right now. I don't see him. What was it? But I did ask Josh a couple weeks ago if he could get all the shoreline residents, and he said yes, easy peasy. So
Yeah.
maybe next year we send it out to all the shoreline residents, and even the ones across the street, because we've had problems with people across the street, crossing the street, and doing damage to public property.
Right. Well, if you remember, we did talk about doing another pamphlet that would be for people further away from the lake that weren't directly lakefront. So we'll work on that.
Because remember, a lot of these people are now out of the area. They're back in their winter homes. They're not in their summer homes anymore.
Yeah.
Mailing it to their addresses might go into a big black box, you know?
Right.
So we may want to hold off until to next summer on this. And
It's going to take a while to write the new one. So, and develop the new pamphlet for those people that are further away from the lake.
No, I'm talking, no. I meant the same pamphlet, just send it out to all the residents. It's okay to send that. It's perfectly fine.
Are you talking about redoing that?
No,
The one.
no. The pamphlet we have, we just mail it to all the lake residents, not the new ones, just the new ones, but all the lake residents.
Okay. At another time, you mean?
In the beginning of the summer, yeah, when they're here, or spring.
Oh, okay. So next year, not because what we're planning to do right now is to get those people that we didn't get to last time, the new lakefront homeowners. But yeah, if you want to try to do it for next year, that's fine.
Okay. Goose update.
Quick question.
Yeah,
Are
sure,
there
sure.
a lot of renters that rent the homes for the winters?
I don't know that answer.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Don't know,
Would
but
there be anything in there that would matter for the renters?
Not really, because if you remember, the pamphlet pretty much talks about doing maintenance and, more a larger type of disturbance that probably a tenant would not be engaged in. But that's a good question. I mean, now that isn't really something that I thought about when I was writing the pamphlet was, what
I don't believe any of the residents, most of the homes are buttoned up along the lake, I think.
Just check it.
But it's interesting thought.
Because don't dump your garbage in, if.
Yeah.
Or
The big
whatever.
thing is leaves.
Yeah.
It's that landscape with blowing leaves in.
Just
So,
in Deal, tons of homes are rented to college kids for the winter and.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right, yeah.
Good.
So-
Yeah. No, it's a good point. I just think that the landlord generally takes care of the maintenance around the property more.
I didn't know what was in here to to know what it covered.
What's really good is a lot of residents along the lake.
To know what,
Watch
I'm
the
sorry, I
They
can't
watch
hear.
people that care, watch. And they're on the phone. They're on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep rolling, guys. I talked with the Goose Girl today. There was no report, so she's writing it up. It'll be here next month, Gene, next month.
We did get
We
the
paid the bill.
Yeah.
We did pay the bill.
So I'll be sending out the bills to each town.
Not yet. That's true. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. That's correct.
So I'll be sending out the
I
bills.
did you say you heard from
Yes.
Nicole? Because I
She
heard
did
from
it.
her and she said she would send you the information before the meeting. So you did receive it then, Don?
No, I didn't receive it. She said she got tied up and she couldn't get it out.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna get that next week.
Okay, good. So then after that, then we should send something to the towns to get their share,
We'll
right?
send the
I'm gonna-
report, we'll send a copy of the report to each town
With the,
with the bill.
with the bill,
That's good.
and
Okay.
hopefully they'll pay.
I
And
forgot.
would you also send that to the commissioners too, Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
everything will go out at the same time.
Thank you.
And letter. Okay, weed management program for next year. Steve, we talked about this. Can you come up with a 2-year program? This year's over. We were successful. We didn't have to do any weeding. So you think you can write up an RFP for next meeting or?
Yeah, I mean, we can easily do that, and a lot of vendors, or prefer to have a 2-year contract, so we could definitely do
Right.
that. So
Okay.
just send me a reminder. I'll put something together, and we can have it ready for the. I guess that would be the November meeting, right? The October
No,
meeting.
October.
Okay, yeah, we won't have a November meeting. The October meeting.
Okay.
About just one thing you skipped over, or maybe you didn't, I didn't hear it, number 2, shoreline protection.
We just did that.
I contacted Robert Clark, but twice, I got voice mailbox full, so I'm not having much luck with that. I'll keep trying it and then I'm gonna send him an email. Just wanted to give you an update on that, because I had said I would call him by September.
Okay, number 5, the establishment of a joint meeting known as DLA Commission. I asked Hunt, is Hunt on there? And
Yes.
I think I sent you guys the solution I hope with Mr. Parry proposed. You want to go over that? Oh, let me just go a little history. So we had a meeting with Asbury Park September 5th, and one of the issues was, and the mayor picked it up, basically, it seemed like in one section of the document, the clerk and the CFO could vote. And I said, what? And he pointed the page out, I read it, I go, you know what, it's pretty right. So it's on page 6 of the document. The duties of each officer shall be as follows. It says chairman, vice chairman, chief financial officer, which is, hold on, one second, what's that, page 6. Okay? You don't have to all turn there, I'm just reading it. So, and then there's treasurer, there's secretary, and it talks about in addition, we can select a clerk. But the next paragraph, paragraph 3, it says the officers shall have each of their duties as shall be designated by resolution. The commission shall establish officers. Oh, I'm sorry, is that right? Yeah.
That's on page 5.
Am I wrong? Hold on. There you go. Sorry, got the wrong one. Wrong one.
Page 5, Article 7.
Hold on. It's number 6, Article 7, number 7, and it says, all officers shall be entitled to full voting privileges as member of the commission. So it kind of leads you to believe that those folks have voting rights. We never did that. No, CFO and the clerk, as far as I can remember. Steve, how far do you remember back? See? He doesn't remember. I lost Steve. Peter? You've been on the commission a long time.
Never. Did anyone on
And Bruce is the longest active commissioner. What do you think, Bruce? Have we ever let the CFO and the clerk vote?
It's never been raised, no, only the commissioner.
No, never been raised. So Hunt made a very interesting proposition was to eliminate that paragraph altogether. And because we're covered on another paragraph, Hunt, you got that in front of you? What paragraph that is? I don't hear, Hunt, we don't hear you. You're on mute. 1 second. Hunt, you're on mute.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
No, I don't have it in front of you, but what I proposed was in that I provided a resolution to you that says, number 1, that the commission will pass a resolution that Article 7, paragraph 3 should be stricken from the contract. And we can do that by an addendum because we didn't want to hold up the passage of the full document because you've got these grant applications going. But as long as the commission commits to it by this resolution, because whatever change we make has to be circulated to the member towns and then approved by them. So it's going to take a period of time to get it there. So in the meantime, what I prepared was a resolution for the commission to pass that promises to do that in the future so that we can get the original document done. And then in the future, draw up this addendum to the contract, which would eliminate that subparagraph. Article 7, subparagraph 3. So that was what I drew.
Article 6, management. Paragraph 3. Each municipality which is a member of the commission shall be entitled to one vote. Said vote shall in first instance be the regular member in her absence. The alternate.
You're looking at Don, you're looking at the wrong paragraph.
No,
Look at 7.
no.
7 talks about the officer.
No. I'm talking about the paragraph that talks about the option for us to vote. In other words, we didn't eliminate the option for us to vote. It's already in there in another location.
Yes, for the officers.
It's under
Right.
management.
So what I eliminated was the reference to the officers voting, and the officers being
Correct.
the clerk and the CFO.
Correct.
So that's what I did.
Right. Don was pointing out that the commissioners, in the paragraph he was reading, it states that the commissioners can vote.
Right, and it's one vote per member.
Right. Okay. So, because I had just received that today, I really wasn't looking at the other section. I didn't have to, I caught it just before the meeting. So that was why I sent out that email. But anyway, Don, right, it's in there. It does say the commissioners can vote and only removes that one article, that one section under Article 7.
Correct.
Okay.
Everything else is correct.
I
Right.
don't know how many decades that was on, but it's been on there for at least 20 years. So
Right.
it's pretty interesting. So anyway, do I hear a motion to accept this? The resolution?
Moved.
Wait, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Jesse needs a resolution.
It's going to be presented as an amendment, right? And
Correct. So that way we can get a signature on this and keep it moving.
right.
Is it addendum, Hunt?
Yes. Yep.
We're just going to attach it to the document. We're not going to.
Correct.
The whole document. Got it. So there'll be another cover page of that with more signatures of the mayors down the road. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Technically, we have no authority to alter that agreement. The member towns have the authority to do it. The commission does not. So what we're promising here is that the commission will draw it up and submit it to the towns. If they have an objection to it, then that's a
Correct.
different problem. But
Correct.
I don't see why they would have a problem with it.
Right. They just wanted that amended.
No, it was
Right.
a good catch. It was a good catch. So, okay, we have first.
Bruce, you first?
Bruce, did you bring it on the table?
I'm sorry?
Did you put the motion on the table?
Yes, moved it.
Second?
Second, Asbury Park.
Allenhurst,
Yes.
Asbury Park,
Yes.
Keel,
Yes.
Interlaken,
Yes.
Plug Harbor. Yes. And Ocean.
Absolutely. You guys don't see it, but we have a dog in the audience, a seeing eye dog that Margot is taking care of. It's a beautiful, beautiful animal. Didn't bring any, I have treats in the car, by the way. I have treats in the car.
Aren't you worried about somebody stealing them and eating them?
No. Don't go there. Okay, I got some additional items on old business. Cleanup November 9th, just want to reemphasize that. We are gonna lower the lid. And I'll tell you, Deal School has always been really happy about helping, so if you can relay the information. I forgot my contact with it, but
That's
they
right.
love doing it, they love it.
Monmouth University, I think. has also-
They're gonna come that day, they're gonna be all over the place, so we're gonna spread them around the lake. And we're probably gonna bring over the field golf course at the back end. which hasn't been done in years. So we'll probably do that.
Don, when will you begin lake lowering?
On the, no, it's the third, Sunday night. So we can enjoy the lake Sunday and we'll lower it. We'll start slowly. We'll probably open one gate and let it go out.
The week before,
Yeah,
the Sunday before the cleanup then?
correct.
Okay, thank you.
There might be some maintenance lowering depending on our contractor on the flume. That's another thing, but.
Do you, should we ask the, Asbury Park to clean out the
MTVs.
The MTD at Comstock would be critical, yes.
and, okay. And where? I'm sorry, MTD's at Comstock and the one on Colonial, not
All
Colonial.
of them, if they want, all of them, they could.
Yes.
If they wanted to lower Sunset Lake, they can lower Sunset Lake at the same time. We try to help out Sunset Lake also.
You want to ask them to clean all the MTDs? Is that what you want?
It would be nice. It's a good time frame to do it. It's past post-summer, all the materials from all the concerts and all that are in there. Even though it was very clean, see here now, it's very, very clean. For those
Very clean.
Very,
Yeah. Except North Harbor.
Okay, I'll get in touch with them.
Okay, thanks. 6 through 7. I got good news. Asbury Park did pay their fair share. Everybody's paid for 2024, so we're all good. So I'm happy to hear that. I thanked the mayor the other day. New business. Resolution for the meeting.
right, authorizing
Go
a
ahead.
tentative 2025 meeting schedule. Ooh, I've already requested 2025 meeting schedule. Tentative.
I'll offer.
Second,
Interlaken?
I do ask for one change though. July 17th, I'd like to make it the 24th.
You want to change it? Okay, 20.
I know everybody's here that the summer. Ocean only has one meeting, so that they're free that.
Yeah. Hold on, April's 15th, that's right on Easter.
is that Easter?
hold
Well,
on.
I said this is a tentative schedule. I just threw in the third
Is that
Thursday.
Easter?
Yeah, it's before Good Friday, so it's on.
Did you
I'm
say?
gonna go back, when we do our January meeting, I'm gonna go back and check
So
the
the
dates. for-
Thursday before Good
I'm
Friday.
gonna check for Passover and all the other
Okay,
holidays.
this is tentative.
This is just a tentative schedule.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Yom
back-
Kippur.
Don, what date did you say you wanted to change?
July 17th to the 24th.
Okay, and how was that Easter?
No, it has
Oh,
nothing, it has nothing to do with Easter. Listen.
Okay, never mind.
Nothing to do with Easter.
It will change in January.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
In January, okay.
When we have our reorganization meeting, that's when we do the real schedule.
It's
This
gonna,
is just a temporary one so that Asbury Park can get it on their.
yes, on their paper
Yes. Yes.
calendar that gets distributed.
Yes.
Could I just put a TBA for that, for April, okay?
Okay, let's keep on going.
Okay, Allenhurst,
Yes.
Asbury Park,
Yes.
Deal,
Yes.
Interlaken,
Yes.
Lock Harbor. Yes. And Ocean. Go ahead, John.
Okay, new contact with the DLC. I think you guys got some emails recently from Ken. Ken modified the contact thing. It looks pretty smooth. We all get it. Bruce, did you get it yet? Did you get the email from the Deal Lake Commission? There was
Sure, I
one
did.
talking about docks. There was one recently on
Yeah.
docks. And so it was actually pretty good. So that's working fine. So we don't have to do anything. We just read the email. If it pertains to your town, please take hold of it and run with it. Whoever's town it's in, and the one in Massillon was mine, right, was a dock. So I'm working that. But the dock seems reasonable. I'm not anti-dock, I'm just anti-bulkhead. So anyway, it looked good. Any questions on it?
Donna, are you, I just wanted to say one thing. Next month, we'd like to just demonstrate that to the public and to the commissioners.
I'm gonna do it right now. Commission. Okay, you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Contacts, so we go to contacts.
All the way to the bottom.
Oh.
Contact and info. All the way to the bottom.
Get it right. Oops, questions and answers. You see?
It didn't open, you didn't click it.
Oh, hold on, I gotta move this. Thank you. Oops. My little bar for Zoom's in the way. Okay. And this is the contact. So people would, I believe you can click on that.
Wait, it's
Then
not
goes
showing
here.
on your screen.
What's that?
It's not showing. We're just seeing the first page, the website homepage right now on the screen.
You don't see that contact information?
No,
No, we only see the homepage.
Hold on. Let me refresh. How about now?
No, you're gonna have to, show it first, bring it up on your Zoom screen.
One second. Let me put it up here. I'll click this. No, I'll get off. Let me get this off. I'm not sharing. I'm sharing. Let me start real quick. See that? 1 second.
Do you want to just wait and?
Hold on. Let me do it.
Okay.
How's that? You guys see it now?
You can see that.
yes.
Okay.
Yep, we could see the contact page.
That's it. You just click that and off you go, where you copy and paste into your email system. You contact the dealer. Very easy. Very easy.
And then that will go to everyone who wanted to get something from the DLA Commission. Steve gets it, some of the commissioners, but
Well, I think most of the commissioners get it. It really should go to all commissioners, I'll be honest with you, because if it's dealing with a particular town, you should run with it, or ask questions about it. So that's what we're gonna try to do, okay? I have to talk to Ken and add the appropriate email names. We'll get Bobby's email address, we'll get it all figured out, okay? That's it, we're gonna get off of that.
I just wanted to say this, that to let the commissioners know that you can now reply to those from your personal email address. So if something is coming in to Dr. Souza or something's coming in specifically to Peter, well, Peter isn't on the list, but Don or someone from Ocean Township or Allenhurst, then that commissioner can reply to that person. Before, we didn't have that option.
Well, here's the big issue. We have to be very careful that we don't give everybody's email address to other people. If you want to provide your own email address, it's fine, but you got to blind copy everybody else or drop them. You know what I mean?
Right, that's right. They can just reply on their own though, and copy to whoever they want to, or
They should copy me at least, and or Jessica. Okay. So
right.
we have a copy of what's going on.
I just wanted to point that out, that you can reply to something if it's specifically something that you address. Like sometimes people do want questions answered from Steve or Peter.
Okay, let's roll on. Next. Yeah, I got a couple. Clean Ocean Action is going to be tested. We with all this insurance fiasco and dealing with DEP, we never got around. And plus, it didn't rain much in the summer. We never got to the testing of the water, so that was a problem. We're going to try to do the dry testing soon. I don't have the exact date, but we're going to try to get that done. The wet, we might have to hold off to that stuff. The metal. Carol's been running around the lake and smiling once in a while in her exercise routine, and she found these metal little sticks, metal sticks. Look at that. And there's how many, Carol?
Lots and lots.
Hundreds.
I keep picking them up, so there's less now than there were before.
They're long
but
and short, Edgemont in the Lock Bar.
yeah, they're on in the, they're in the.
This side is
One end of the.
They're right there. You want to take it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it to Margot, okay?
because I see those too.
Yeah.
I-
can we figure
Yeah,
out-
they
I think we
they're
believe-
only
There's Sparkler.
they're in the
Oh.
gutters and they go to the storm drain, so they are in.
Yeah, they
ending up
go
in
in the
the-
storm drain, Carol.
What are,
Carol made it, Carol made an observation. It could be brushes, the bristles for a street cleaner. that's
Okay.
falling apart.
I've seen.
Or a sand, it
Not
almost looks like
recently.
the stuff from a sand rake,
Right.
which I don't know
right.
why that would be out there, but
Yeah.
But they're all the same, virtually the same exact length.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is,
Isn't that weird? It's like a machine. It's gotta be a machine.
it's a machine.
Anyway, but thank you, Carol, for picking that, because I never saw that, to be honest with you. And
Let's look for.
I can't believe you run so fast. I don't know how you spotted these. I don't know.
I needed a break, so I stopped and picked them up. I've done that a few times.
There's no more plastic
Okay.
bags.
That's fine. Okay. My name's been on this treasurer list for eons. I would like it off. So I did talk to the Extra Space guys. Originally, I had to have a credit card, but we can prepay. So what I'd like to make a motion is to pay for October, November, December. It'd be $458.43 for those months. And we can hand a check to the guy and we'll put it in the DLA commission name, and the bills will be sent to the DLA commission. Directly. So that's how we can do it.
Yeah, I missed what you said, Don. What are you paying? I didn't get that.
We're gonna prepay.
Uh-huh.
The only way we can do it, the lockers, storage lockers,
Yes,
get my name off, is to
Right.
prepay for the locker. And we're gonna do a 3-month period because, January's coming up, so we don't wanna spend next year's money. So we'll do 3 months and we'll work it out with them, and get the payment through. And I would recommend maybe next year we pay either a whole year or we pay 6 months at a time. We can figure that out next year. But right now the proposal is to pay 3 months of Extra Space storage for our gear for the cleanup, in the amount of $458.43.
And that will be from the DLA commission, not that we'd be paying you for the 3 months.
I'm
Is that
done. I don't want to get paid. I don't want my name on there.
right?
So
Okay.
150, it's 152.81. Right. Okay.
Someone offer?
Drew Lakin,
Second?
I'll second. Asbury.
Asbury, Allenhurst,
Yes.
Asbury Park,
Yes.
Keo,
Yes.
Interlaken,
yes.
Look Harbor. Yes. And Ocean.
Yes. One other new thing. Did anybody see the sheriff out there on a jet skis? His team was going to be on jet skis for a couple of days, on a couple of weekends, selected weekends. No? Okay. I also suggested that he would go out to the Springsteen concert. The boats out in the ocean didn't do fair too well. The boats, I think we had 4 or 5 boats in Deal Lake, and one of them was our old Commissioner Ed, and he did great. He didn't throw up or anything. They enjoyed the music. Lock Harbor and Allenhurst, or Lock Harbor, Allenhurst area enjoyed a beautiful Bruce serenade on Deal Lake and around Deal Lake. So it was wonderful. Well, it was wonderful having Bruce Springsteen play on Deal Lake.
And mention Look Harbor.
And mention Lock Harbor, and mention Wanamass.
Yeah.
And Asbury.
I heard the sound check at 9 a.m. loud and clear
Yeah,
from Bruce.
Yeah.
Promised Land.
Somebody said it was a tape, and somebody confirmed that it was one. Okay. It's time for, let's do the public hearing. So,
No, Commissioner's last word.
I know, I was gonna switch it. You want to switch? Let's switch.
All right. Yes, there's a lot.
Go ahead.
A motion to open the meeting to the public,
So moved.
second,
Interlaken,
all in favor,
Aye.
aye.
opposed?
Okay. Public, how are we doing? Anybody would like to speak? Is that Brian? Brian turned his camera, so he wants to speak. What's up, Brian?
There can't be a meeting without me saying something.
No.
Like 20 years ago, the state dug out a little retention area that would be west of Route 35, where Hollow Brook comes out behind the bowling alley by the bridge.
Yeah.
And that since has gotten filled in. And at the time when they did that, no one from the commission knew they were doing it, so they did it with their own money. Is there any way we can persuade the state to do it again and make it bigger? Because Jesse was in my backyard last week and I was showing her how that pond behind my house is really filling in rapidly. So either Dr. Dorfman's house is going to wash into the lake from the erosion, or something, the silt is coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I don't know, is that an option to get this, because the state did it without really anyone asking 20 years ago.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you write up a letter? I'll sign it. That'd be great.
Brian, I
I'll
thought,
send.
Who would I address that
Jeannie,
to?
hold on. If you could set, do a draft and send it to me. And I, we'll send it to the people on the DEP. Maybe I'll send a copy to Victor.
Is that highway, DOT, or DEP?
Both. We'll send it.
Yeah.
Can't
And
hurt.
maybe the way to do that is to try to do it under like mosquito control or stream desnagging, for flood control.
There's a sign there. There's an environmental sign at that location, Brian. I don't know what I can't remember what it exactly says, but it's wetlands. It's wetlands. So they might have to clear it out once in a while. It may say that they can.
Yeah, well, it's all
I mean,
filled
they-
up with
They
phragmites
put
and
plantings in,
Japanese
they
knotweed.
made it to be a retention pond. It was just, I thought, very undersized considering
Yeah.
what they were trying to do, but
Actually, the sign may give a point of contact to the state, to be honest with you. If you could check for us. It's right by that, the rib guy. What was it? Chicken guy.
Jameson's.
James, yeah, it's right there.
well,
So,
Brian, remember not too long ago, and Brian, and I know, Don, you said you were going to follow up, and I don't know what happened, but the DPW, Monmouth County, went back there and they did do some removal of silt and other things over there. They've not yet repaired that bridge so that we have decent storm drains there. They left the holes wide open and put in new drains, but left the old ones there. And I had contacted them originally. And I don't know, then Don, you said you were going to follow up. Whatever happened with that area?
I thought you were following.
You thought I was?
I did not follow up. I thought you had that ball.
No, you told me you were taking the ball. I'll gladly pick it up again, but you
Pick
did.
it up. Pick it up. It's in Asbury. Go ahead.
No, it's a Neptune.
Actually, it's Neptune. It's actually
Neptune.
But yeah, you had. I would get your contact.
I-
I did speak to him. I
Yeah.
did speak to him at Home Depot. He works at Home Depot, believe it or not. So I did talk to him about that.
And what did he say?
He
'Cause
said
they-
priorities. That was the answer.
Well, okay, I'll contact him again because there were some promises made that were never kept about that. But it's not exactly where you're talking, but they did do that side of the bridge, both sides of the bridge, Brian. That's why
But I'm talking about on Route 35 by the kebab place by the bowling alley.
okay,
Right. It's a
Not,
different
not
location.
on Asbury Avenue.
right, okay,
Right.
so something different, but yeah, but I wonder if the DPW, well, Steve's mentioned the mosquito control, but
Well, it's a different organization. So
different
Well,
Well, you
organization.
tell me who,
Let's
I'll send you a draft and just
send
tell
it to
me.
me. Jeannie's
Yeah,
going
we'll
to check
send
with
it
the county on the other piece. It's two different locations in
It is,
between.
yeah,
In
it is,
between the old point plants.
I just wonder if, since the,
Hey, Brian, I got a question for you. Are you seeing a difference in flow with the new complex there that replaced the coke plant?
I don't think it's rained enough for me to make the judgment yet. I
Okay,
mean,
that's fair. That's fair. It should be a lot better. There should be less.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Anybody else? Thanks, Brian. I see Janet Manning on there. How's that circle doing, Janet?
Doing great, doing great. I think we want to get a sign out there. I'm noticing a lot more signs saying pollinator habitats
Right.
along the roads. So maybe we
You
can
wanna
get one.
explain quickly what you did out there, please.
I got Senator Gopal and Declan O'Scanlan to assist me in getting the DOT to change the Asbury Park Circle into a pollinator habitat. So to date, they've planted over 100 native trees and shrubs there that are specifically focused on supporting pollinators and providing host plants for caterpillars. So we should be seeing more Lepidoptera, which are butterflies and moths, and hence we should be seeing more birds. I'd love it if somebody ever could think of how to get some sort of a water element out there so that there's water for them. That's the one thing that I'd say we're missing from the habitat there. But otherwise, the plants seem to be doing okay, very neglected. They're tough, and I'm sure we're being invaded by invasives throughout that space. But it's an experiment, and the DOT is looking at it as like a pilot project to see how they can expand this program. So I'm thrilled to see that they're doing a lot more of them. And yeah, hopefully the Asbury Park Circle was the inroad to get that moving.
That was great, Jana. I kept wondering who did this.
It's great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anybody
And
else?
thank you guys.
Anybody else?
Hey, let me add that I'm here from the Green Team from Asbury Park. And
Yes.
so we just, want to stay engaged with you guys. We're all very aligned in the things that we look to do and achieve. And so we're here to assist. And we'll let you know. We're pursuing green infrastructure throughout Asbury Park.
I heard that. Councilman Chapman told me that.
Yeah,
And-
we're beginning to look at some locations right now.
And I know we talked about this before, but the MTV that we put in on Memorial saved the lake from a tremendous amount of oil.
Yeah. Yeah, that oil
We
spill.
haven't published that yet, but we will as soon as I get the insurance figured.
It looks like the contaminated soil's been removed, the pile that was covered with the tarp for so long.
It's funny, they're putting the traffic lights up there. Did you see that? They're putting new traffic.
Yep.
6th and Memorial or 5th and Memorial?
Fourth.
Fourth, okay. So, anyway, but thank you, Jen. Thank you for your work and the green team's work. And we'll see you out there on the 9th maybe, huh? If you can help out. If you can help out, if you need people to help you along the lake to do things, if we want to cut down some invasive bushes in Asbury, along Asbury, you think your team could help out and mentor some college kids along the lake there?
Absolutely. I was going to announce to the green team about your cleanup coming up and see who else I could recruit there. I show up, but see who else.
20 kids or 10 to 20 kids we can give you to do, cutting back on, you just have to watch a poison ivy. That's the way to do it.
And where? Somewhere
from Main Street all the way to your house.
to my house. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not even that familiar with it, so I'll get familiar with it.
Take a look. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's some of the old docks that Asbury has. That's all.
Yeah, we had a lot of weed growth in front of my place as well, which is just for those who don't know, I'm sure most of you don't. I'm on Deal Lake Drive, just east of the Norwood Avenue Bridge or the Park Avenue Bridge. And when we've talked about trying to kill those weeds there and maybe getting flames or something, we were told, not to burn them. And that those weeds are probably holding the dock together, or the bulkhead. The city was a little hesitant to get so aggressive with removing them.
We cut those all the time.
Yeah, but I think they like the roots. I think the roots, the city at least had said to me, don't get too aggressive because those roots are probably holding the whole thing together.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Okay, that's another project, another grant. Well, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Okay, is that it?
I see Bob Jazarowski there, and are you there, Bob? I was just going to ask you if you might give a report about your wonderful paddle that you did recently. If you're still there.
You want to talk to them? Okay, let's move on, Jeannie. Let's move on. Let's talk. Bob, you okay? You want to talk? Okay. He did have a great paddle. I saw pictures. It looked great. Thank you again for doing that. Hopefully we can do it. As soon as we get some more insurance, we can maybe help you out. I know there's an insurance issue, and I think Deal Lake Watershed wants to get some insurance. Not as expensive as we need. Okay.
Motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Want to do Commissioner's last word?
Yeah. Commissioners, that's right. Let's start with Jean.
Jean, you're muted. You're muted.
Okay. Bob is saying that he can't get through to give us a report, so next time maybe, Bob, sorry. I just thought that I'm glad that we brought that up about the new way to communicate. I think it's important that we can now respond to people when they write to us, and that we have something that's more consistent through that contact form, so we can use that. And I'm glad
Thanks.
for
Karen?
I'm going to pursue getting to the bottom of figuring out what those little pieces of metal all over Edgemont Avenue are. And
You
I've
can look
also
at Margaret on
noticed,
that.
Tell Carol that I'll help her with interlink a couple groups.
I've also noticed that there is now an electrical cord running from a house across Edgemont into a boat in the lake, which is a little bit weird.
That's not.
What is, what?
There's an extension cord
Extension cord
running.
running across the street.
Run,
You probably should call the town.
Tell.
Margaret's I know her.
it's going to a pump that's in one of the boats that's tied up along the bulkhead.
Yeah,
Illegal.
they're gonna have to come up with a better solution
Oh
than
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to kind of be a good thing to have long term.
I hope he has
Um,
insurance. I hope he has insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I was trying to calculate how many cars it would take to drive across it to create, a bare wire and give someone a shot. And just to reiterate something that someone mentioned earlier, that I was down there yesterday, and the cleanup from See Here Now is like it's like it didn't even happen. So we're lucky. That's a good thing.
Yep. Oh yeah. A lot better bamboozle. Okay. Bruce. Oh, I did forget something.
Yeah, just wanted to say that Alan Hurst just recently passed the tree removal ordinance that we've had floating around. They finally got around to it after being harangued. Hopefully all the other towns have done the same, because I think it's pretty important to get that ordinance passed, especially for people that border the lake.
That's great. That's really good, Bruce. We're working on it in Asbury. I'm waiting for my next meeting with them, but yeah, Asbury will move on that too, hopefully, some kind of ordinance.
Margo?
The website, your Allenhurst website, do you know? Is the commission, is the tree ordinance posted anywhere?
I do not know.
Okay, because that's one thing they asked me, what other ordinances have been passed, and I want to be able to present them with some.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they passed the exact ordinance that we drafted. I'm not sure. All I know that I was just told that the ordinance was passed.
Okay.
Interlaken's is on their website.
Yeah.
Same with Ocean Township. So you just have to go to the individual towns and pull it down.
Right.
And how they manage it too. That's another way. There's forms to be filled out and things like that. So you get a lot of tips from all the towns.
Right.
Margo, your last word.
My last word. Still lots of garbage on the street. I think some good Samaritans are all going to be getting together to get that cleaned up here now.
Yeah, there was some debris on Block.
Yeah,
not a lot, but some.
Yeah. Also, when the lake is lowered in November, the grounds manager at Deal Golf Club would like you, probably you to see, so that we can figure out a plan for the Monmouth College students.
Sure.
Okay, so maybe next week.
Okay.
He can meet with us for just 15 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, or the week after.
Okay.
The week after. Well, actually, I'll be there on Monday.
Or I can say,
I'll be there for a golf tournament. So have him track me down. I'll be AM Interfaith Neighbor Golf Tournament. So
okay.
I'll be there. I'll be the guy looking for my balls in the woods.
And Black Harbor does have a tree ordinance, and it was used a few times, but now that there's a new board of
Right.
commissioners, I don't know what will
Right.
happen.
Deal passed its tree ordinance.
You're-
That's it. The Deal trust passed a tree ordinance.
They did.
Good.
So
That's
the-
awful.
Okay, I got my last word. The last month or two has been very stressful, to say the least. I just asked for more help, and I do want to ask Bruce. I called Bruce before and asked Bruce to help out with the who owns the flume, who manages the flume. And I'll be honest with you, I'm almost thinking to myself, the Deal Lake Commission probably should manage and own the flume. That's my personal opinion. And maybe the town should give us those rights and be done with it, because the history is very vague. You're going to have to dig into. I have some information that I got from Jesse. Peter's got some information, a lot of information. And Bruce, I could ask you if you could head up that team either.
Can I ask one
Sure.
question before we
Sure.
undertake this?
Sure.
Do we want it?
And
Is it
what
something-
kind of insurance?
Why don't you let Bruce's committee?
Why don't you guys determine that? Why don't you guys determine it? To work with Bruce
I mean,
and
it
Steve.
seems to me we may be creating liability that we don't want to have.
Well, we already have the
Well, we'll
liability.
have insurance.
We already have the liability.
Yeah, we're
For
gonna have-
coverage that we don't have.
But what's interesting, it's just not the flume building. It goes all the way to the exit.
Yeah.
Because the state of New Jersey considers that building, it's the whole shooting match,
Yeah.
is the dam. The dam goes from the lake all the way to the ocean.
Well, it's different liability being the custodian and being the owner, I think.
And I don't know, who knows, but we'll find out. Maybe 6 months, it's not gonna be a quick find. I guess in 6 months, we can figure this out and report back. So I think is that a good time frame?
Bruce, I have
I'll sit-
surveys of properties in Ocean Township before it became Lock Harbor, in Lock Harbor and in Asbury Park, identifying those properties. Each of them, I checked the tape just because I wanted to be sure. Each of them show either an easement or a right-of-way 25 feet from the common municipal boundary line back into the property on the south in Asbury Park and on the north in Lock Harbor, which was Ocean Township. So it's a 50-foot wide easement or right-of-way within which is the flume along the center line. And the center line is the municipal boundary line. That doesn't help with ownership though, because nowhere does it say who owns it. It just says it's there with
I'm wondering if we could run a title search.
possible. But I have a lot of information, probably some deed information too.
All right, so I'll contact you. We'll sit down
We'll
and,
talk and we'll go over, and I also have old plans for outfall extensions prior to the establishment of the DEP.
Right.
So historically, let's
And
see.
in your email today, I sent a little clip, a little information thing Peter dug up on Mr. Cullen, because I know Mary Beth Cullen's a good friend of mine, and she mentioned her. My father started the Deal Lake Commission. I said,
Lock Harbor president,
he was the president of Lock Harbor, and it said reestablished. It was really kind of.
said reestablished, I don't know about that, because Marty
But he
Thompson-
basically started.
Yeah.
And the whole problem back there in the 74, 73 timeframe was the flume, the actuator, the gates were broken because people that didn't know what they were doing damaged them. So that was quite interesting. So I sent that out for information and entertainment purposes, but it's some of the history. Carol, you may want to keep that for the future, history. 50, we'll celebrate our 51st year down the road. The other thing, Asbury Park, we talked about in the Asbury Park meeting, was a list of people who have access to the flume. I did type that up. I'm still working that. Mike, I want to get a feeling for what you guys think in terms of who gets what. I think phone numbers are very critical and shouldn't be given out freely. There are only two people I know that has phone numbers on here, and that's myself and Jason. That's on the actual form. So I use the actual flume log, and on the back of it, I put the names of the people that have keys. And it's a bunch of them. Tom Rue and the Asbury Park Iverson, Lock Harbor Town Hall, and there's some other people I would mention. Some of our contractors have keys, Vakian security guys, and the Reverend Valley. So, and some other folks. So I have this. I didn't issue it yet. I'm gonna refine it for next month. and we'll see what we're gonna do. My suggestion is we provide the full list to Jesse and Peter's team, with the full names and addresses and, addresses, the phone numbers. And the other ones are gonna go to the other key folks. It'll be out. The other piece I was talking to Asbury about, was the access to the cameras, and I did contact the OEMs, emergency operations, for Asbury and Ocean, that are the two biggest in terms of damage. We're gonna meet with them in the next month and go and give an access place. Josh is gonna have, he had been offered before, but I'm gonna try to get him to put it on his iPhone. So he has access to the pictures and cameras too. So that's that. Okay. Anybody else? Any other new business, right?
Motion to adjourn,
So move.
second?
Second.
All in favor, I said?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Sorry about the inside technical difficulties. We couldn't see you guys on the big screen, but I did move the camera a little bit, so we'll have to figure out what's going on. I hope we don't have to buy Interlake and a new TV.
Oh, wow. You're so cheap now.
Gotta cut back. All right, have a good one, guys.
Thank you.